What's up, guys? I'm Ashley Jenkins, and Titanfall, the upcoming shooter featuring crazy awesome mechs from Respawn Entertainment, has been given a release date. It'll release for Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC on March 11th in North America, March 13th in mainland Europe, and March 14th in the UK. They've also announced an insane collector's edition for $250 that includes an art book, a Titan schematic poster, and an 18-inch Titan that freaking lights up. In cautionary tale news, Dark Matter, the indie Metroid-like, has been pulled from Steam and GOG.com after being available for only one day. It turns out they kind of didn't finish it, like, at all. The game ends on a to-be-continued screen, and gamers who purchased it are understandably upset that it's not a self-contained experience. The developers blame a failed Kickstarter they launched in June, which only got to 12% of their funding goal, so they didn't have enough money to make their full game. Iceberg Interactive CEO Eric Schreuder has apologized, saying, "At present, the end of the game may cause confusion and is not satisfactory. We sincerely apologize for this, as it is not of the standard we would expect. We are working to offer a more conclusive and satisfying ending to the game as we speak, and expect a fix to appear as soon as we are able to." Unfortunately, pretty much all the developers were laid off in July and August, so there's no one left at the company to even work on the ending. It's apparently now being handled by an external company, but details are sketchy at best, so we'll see how that goes. Moving on to eSports, Blizzard has announced that 4 of 8 places remain open for next month's Red Bull Battlegrounds StarCraft II tournament in New York. The open spots are to be competed over by residents of Canada and the US who are at least Diamond League on the Heart of the Swarm 1v1 multiplayer ladder, and qualifiers will remain open until October 27th unless the brackets fill up before then. The winners of those brackets will join Jang MC Minchul, Joe Golden Myung Hwan, Choi Bomber Ji Sung, and Jens Snoot Asgard to compete for the $50,000 prize pool, so that should be fun. Check the description for a link to details and entry. And in hardware, Sony's Toshimasa Aoki, who oversaw design for the DualShock 4 controller, has revealed that they experimented with a setup similar to the Xbox 360 controller based on how much consumers like the Xbox 360 for shooter games, before settling on the final familiar layout. For the analog sticks, we did test having the analog sticks on the tops since the Xbox has the left side on the top. Especially from the shooter teams, we got feedback that that's what they wanted. They knew that consumers liked the 360 for shooters, he says. But in the end, they decided on their familiar analog layout, believing it to be an important part of the PlayStation DNA. Also, Apple announced some hardware stuff. Today, they revealed their iPad Air, a full-size replacement for the current model that's 20% thinner, nearly a half-pound lighter, and twice as fast in the graphics and Wi-Fi departments. They also announced their new iPad mini with a Retina display and graphics processing up to 8 times faster than the current model. The new iPads will be available in November. Their new Mac Pro will be twice as fast as the current model with 70% less power usage, comes with their new OS X Mavericks pre-installed, and has a ton of Thunderbolt 2 ports, so be prepared to upgrade pretty much everything that plugs into it, and that will be available in December. In a bold but also super smart move, they're also offering OS X Mavericks entirely free for any machine that can run it, which is anything that can work with the Mountain Lion release. So iMac, MacBook, Mac Mini, and Mac Pro machines. It's also worth noting that Apple exec Phil Schiller says he loved watching the Black Knight trilogy on his Mac. I didn't even know Monty Python gave their legless, armless knight 3 whole movies. Oh, he meant the Dark Knight? Well, that's awkward. And that's the news today. Will you be selling a family member to get the Titanfall Collector's Edition? Were you one of the unhappy Dark Matter players who ended up with no ending? Are you going to compete in the StarCraft II tournament? And did you know that iPads cost more than a PS4? Let us know what you think of today's news in the comments below. Then visit roosterteeth.com to find out how the guys feel about all of this when the patch live streams for sponsors tomorrow afternoon.